yogis. So sometimes when we feel a little stuck, we feel a little stagnant, we just need some movement, and it doesn't need to be complicated. So today we're going to go through 20 sun salutations. They're very, simple. It doesn't mean it's easy. It just means it's a set series of poses that's never going to change. So I want us to focus on the flexion and extension of the spine as we inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold, inhale, root to rise. So everything makes sense and you understand the form and the function and the breath before you even move. And you can kind of start to anticipate what's coming next. And it's not supposed to be too difficult, but don't get discouraged if maybe the breath doesn't come to you today, or you think you should be inhaling when we're exhaling. If you lose track of where you are, just jump right back in. Always take rest in child's pose when you need it, and we'll get started in downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And you're grounded, you're rooted with your palms, thumb, pointer finger. That's where the base of your weight is. You do have weight in your middle, your ring finger, and your pinky, but it's not as much as in the base of your palm, between your thumb, your pointer, and that little pocket. Inhale, high up on your toes. Exhale, heels down. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. We're just getting into the movement of the spine. And our spine, it can move 7 different directions. Do we move it that many directions every day? Probably not. Should we? Probably so. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, let's walk or float. You're at the top of your mat. We'll start off pretty slow this first time around. Halfway lift. See how we have this straight spine, belly in, knit your ribs back. Exhale, fold. And the first fold will be the tightest. Every time you revisit this circle series of poses, you'll get a little deeper. Inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Every time you circle around to here, I want you to check back in with your intention. Maybe dedicate this practice to somebody that needs some love today. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Release the breath. Halfway lift. Plant your hands. We'll walk it back this first time around. If you need to, you can drop your knees or stay up high on your toes. Chaturanga. Roll through. We have cobra variation or up dog. Lift your knees, lift your hips, look up. Beautiful. Exhale, down dog. All right, that was 1. Let's take 19 more. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, float. Maybe you start to handstand up to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Empty out your breath before you take the next inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart, dedicate. Beautiful, arms inside body. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Straight spine, plant your hands, walk, maybe float it back. Beautiful to plank, belly in, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra, down dog. Beautiful. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, maybe you take a light float. If you haven't tried it, float. Half lift, fold. Root to rise, all the way up we go. Exhale, hands to heart. Dedicate. Beautiful, arms outside body, samastitihi. Inhale, arms up. Full breath before you exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your palms. Let's hop it back, land in chaturanga arms. Beautiful. Upward facing dog or cobra. Full breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, lightly hop to the top of your mat. Half lift. Forward fold. Root to rise, come on up. Hands to heart. Dedicate. Arms at side body. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Walk or float, chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha, inhale. Adho Mukha, exhale. All right, 5 down, 15 to go. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or float, top of your mat. Half lift, fold. Root to rise. Allow your breath to expand in your lungs. Hands to heart, dedicate. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, walk or float it back. High to low. Look up. As you move into this beautiful back bend, I'm sticking with Cobra today because my low back has some issues. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or lightly float to top of your mat. Half lift. Fold. Root to rise, meet me up top. Hands to heart, dedicate. Gorgeous. Arms at side body. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Plant your hands, let's walk or float it back. Chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha or Cobra. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your legs. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or float, top of your mat. Half lift, full. Get a little deeper there, all the way up. Hands at your heart, dedicate. Arms at side body. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, let's float it back. Chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha, inhale. Adho Mukha, hips high. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or lightly float, you're at the top of your mat. Half lift. Fold. Root to rise, let's come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart and dedicate. Arms at side body. All the way up, breathe in. All the way down, expel everything, every ounce of breath from your belly. Half lift. Plant your hands, walk or float it back. Chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha, down dog. And this one will be 10. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or lightly float, top of your mat. Half lift. Fold. Root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Samastitihi. Inhale. Just with the breath this time. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Before we take our next 10, let's drop our knees, shift the weight of our hips back, and take a little rest here. If you need some more opening in the backs of your arms, I want you to take your biceps as close as you can to your ears, so your head's still down. Prayer hands. Push into the earth with your elbows. Lift your hands above your head. Beautiful. Let's slowly release back out of this into box pose. Curl under your toes. We have 10 more to go. Downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, let's take a hop. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Hands to heart. Dedicate, Samastitihi. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful, halfway lift. Plant your hands, walk or float it back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. You know what you need. Down dog. All right. 9 more. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or float. You're at the top of your mat. Half lift. Uttanasana, forward fold. Let the breath go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart to dedicate. Arms at side body. Arms up, reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Breathe out. Step or walk your feet back. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. And exhale, walk or lightly float, top of your mat. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Root to rise, slowly roll up. Hands to heart, Samastitihi, they find your side body. All right, we have 7 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. You are deep into the hamstrings now. Inhale, half lift. Plant your hands, walk or float it back. High to low. Upward facing dog or cobra, down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or float, top of your mat. Half lift. Uttanasana. Root to rise, push into your feet. Exhale, hands to heart, dedicate. Samasthiti, arms at side body. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, walk or float it back. On your knees or on your toes, chaturanga. Roll through, upward facing dog or cobra. And roll back, down dog. This next one, let's take just breath cues. Inhale, bend. Exhale, float. Half lift, that's an inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands heart. Arms by side body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. That's a lengthening. On your exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing or cobra. Exhale, down dog. We have 3 more. Make your breath the biggest that you've made these last 3. I'm going to slow it down just a little bit. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or lightly float, top of your mat. Half lift. Fold. Come up. Hands to heart. Dedicate, arms at side body. Last 2. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. Plant your hands. Chaturanga. Over the toes. Back over the toes. And these are your last 2. Really sit with the breath. Inhale, bend. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, come on up. Hands to heart, dedicate. Arms at side body. Inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, walk or float it back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. It's your last one. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, float, handstand to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, let's come all the way out and up. Hands to heart. And we pause a moment here just to notice who we dedicated our Sun Salutations to today, who we're sending light and love and grounding energy to. And you just sit with it for a sec. Bring an awareness to your beating heart. That's your purpose. That's your fire. We just did 20 rounds of Sun Salutations, dedicating it to somebody that might need a little bit more love or grounding in their life. Just sit with it. This energy exchange. Beautiful. Let's flicker our eyes open and take a seat. And this can just jumpstart your morning. It could, just bring a little bit of movement into the spine. Take what you need, leave what you don't. So if you want to maybe take like 5 minutes of this before a run or 10 minutes of this after a workout or something, just take it as you need it. I invite you to take 5 minutes now for Shavasana, just because it is, you did have a buildup and a breakthrough of energy. So it's always nice to sit with it and let it assimilate all those poses. So we'll find a space, a safe space on your mat, and we'll extend the legs out. We'll lie all the way down. Palms turn up, ready to receive. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Breathe and rest. start to flicker your eyes open, reach your arms back, feet towards the front of your room, and that is a sound bowl. It's a crystal sound bowl, and it's attuned to your solar plexus chakra. So this is your powerhouse, it's your place of power. And our chakras align with a vibration, and this bowl is vibrating at the vibration of your solar plexus chakra. So it is aligning you, aligning me, and there's power in that, right? There is power and there is science to back that up. So if you have questions about sound bowls or anything, please let me know. Let's slowly start to peel up off your mat, and I want you to notice the grounding sensations of your sits bones to the earth. So if you like to think about grounding as like the most literal and basic, meaning, it's we're being rooted to the earth. We're trying to tether to something, right? So we're trying to envision roots from our sits bones, from our seat into the earth. And that's why I think so many people, when they see a mat, I know especially for me, it's like a life raft, right? Because every step we take, every movement we make, we're feeling an energy pool, and that energy exchange from mat to earth to mat to foot or to hand or to sits bones. So just rest in that, and rest in that almost like scooping up and hugging of you. And that's grounding, and you can ground in earth. I invite you to take a barefoot walk outside. If you're feeling kind of just like blah, like those days when you're just like meh, that's what I'm talking about. Gardening, anything in earth, in dirt, being outside, going on a nature walk, adventuring, stuff like that. Sun Salutations, also a great grounding practice. So we'll close the practice today, just like we close every practice by Sukhasana, that's easy sit. And our spine is nice and straight, shoulders down and back away from your ears. And we'll take one hand to belly, one hand to heart. I want you to just feel the expansion of your breath starting at the belly, moving through the ribs, the chest, the head. Exhale. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Hands at your knees, chin mudra, thumb and forefinger connect. Beautiful. Arms at side body, gather up your energy, take it with you. Hands meet in high prayer. Hands to heart, dedicate. And from my heart directly to yours, all my love, all my blessings, and all my light. Namaste.